Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating tool for parents. It's all about tracking and nurturing your child's growth in a way that goes way beyond just school grades and test scores.
It's a question I think a lot of parents wrestle with, right? We all celebrate the A+ on a report card, but what about the other stuff? You know, the qualities like courage, respect, or even just learning how to own up to a mistake. How do you actually keep track of that kind of growth over the years?
Well, that's exactly where this unique tool comes in. It's called the Potential Development Fieldbook, and it was designed to give parents a simple, structured way to do just that.
So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with what this tool is all about, then get into how it actually works. After that, we'll walk through the key age groups it covers, and finally, we'll talk about the really powerful long-term vision behind the whole thing. Look, this Fieldbook isn't about adding another stressful chore to your to-do list. Not at all. It's really about giving you a framework for something you're already doing anyway, watching your kids grow, noticing those little wins, and finding those moments for guidance. So, how does it actually work? Well, the beauty of the whole system is its simplicity. This isn't some daily diary you have to keep up with. It's designed to be a thoughtful, once-a-year reflection.
The entire system is built around 38 specific development parameters. Yep, 38. And these cover a whole range of things, from character traits to social skills, all tracked over an 18-year journey, from age 4 all the way to 21.
Each year, the process is just 4 simple steps. First, you just observe your child, like you always do. Second, you connect something you notice to one of those parameters. Third, you rate it on a simple scale. And finally, and this part is so important, you jot down a few specific examples in the notes.
And that rating scale, it's designed to be encouraging, not critical. A 1 just means needs to work upon, while a 5 shows a proven strength. It's a really gentle way to see progress over a long time.
So here's what that looks like in practice. You've got your grid. For each parameter, like say, keeps promises, you just fill in your rating for that year. Now, just imagine this grid after a few years. You'd be able to see this incredible story of your child's development all at a single glance.
Now, what's really cool is that the system grows with your child. So let's look at that first stage, ages 4 to 7. At this point, it's all about building those core habits and the absolute foundations of their character.
During these early years, you're really looking at the building blocks. You might be asking yourself things like, does my child try to keep their promises? Are they learning what it means to be courageous? Are they picking up healthy habits? These are the fundamentals.
And those parental notes? Well, this is where the real magic happens. A little note like this one turns a simple number into a memory you'll cherish forever. It captures the story, the feeling, that specific moment of growth.
Okay, so as we move into the next phase, from ages 8 to 15, the focus naturally begins to shift. This is a time of huge growth in self-awareness, and kids are starting to navigate much more complex social situations.
So, the things you're observing start to evolve right along with them. Now, you might be looking at whether they're starting to understand their own strengths, or if they're learning to take responsibility for their mistakes. You know, all those critical skills for navigating these tricky years.
And that brings us to the final stage that the Fieldbook covers, from age 16 to 21. As you can guess, this is all about that journey toward independence and getting ready for young adulthood.
So now your observations shift again to these key life skills for being on their own. Is your teen making thoughtful decisions? Are they taking the lead to solve problems? Are they setting ambitious goals for themselves? This is all about preparing them for what's next.
So after 18 years of these yearly observations, what's the end goal? What's the big payoff? Well, this is where the whole process leads to something truly special. It's not just a record book, it's meant to be a gift.
Just picture this for a moment. The entire goal is to present this completed Fieldbook to your child when they turn 21. It's the culmination of almost 2 decades of your love, your attention, and your guidance.
And what you're handing them isn't some kind of final report card. Not at all. It's a real, tangible history of their journey. It's the story of how they learn to be brave, how they develop their sense of humor, all seen through your eyes.
It becomes this amazing mirror, showing them not just who they've become, but the entire path they took to get there. It's a deeply personal foundation for their future, a story of their potential, written by the people who know them best.
Ultimately, a tool like this is just a canvas for documenting one of the most incredible stories ever, a child's journey into becoming who they are. So the question it really leaves us with is, what story of growth will you help write?